Hey guys, we're very close to the full release of Marathon and I'm so excited. Next month, we're gonna be able to finally play the full game and I just can't wait. For those who don't know, we're getting a free-to-play open preview weekend sometime soon, which I expect to be around mid-February, so stay tuned because I'll be playing and streaming for the entire weekend. In this video, I want to focus on sharing with you what I've learned playing more than 50 hours across all the alpha tests that have been available so far, in order to have an idea on how the game plays out and to get ready to start strong when the game releases. Participating in closed alpha tests means that I cannot go into detail or showcase any gameplay of the latest tests as part of the NDA I signed. Enough said though, here are my tips for you. Number 1 on the list are factions. These are essentially clans with their own specific identity and theme. Each of them will have a unique passive tree that can be unlocked with credits and materials found in the world. Some of these passive points grant insanely strong permanent upgrades to your runner shell, such as increased hit capacity, faster hit recovery, less hit cost on your slide, more agility, and the list goes on. These are just a few examples of the many upgrades offered by the 6 factions available at launch. And that's not all. On top of these powerful bonuses, you will also be able to unlock extremely rare weapons, items, and mods from the market, where we'll eventually be able to buy even golden ones. That's why leveling up factions should be your top priority. How do we get faction XP then? Each faction has its own ways to gain reputation, gathering materials, completing events, looting crates, and so on. But the best one will definitely be completing contracts, and that's why they are on the number 2 spot on the list. Contracts are simply mini-quests that will ask you to complete various tasks, based on the type of faction you choose. Some will require you to interact with computers and gather data, some others to loot specific items, and of course others will ask you to hunt down other players. The reward? Not only you will receive a lot of faction XP, but also a ton of items, such as weapons, kits, credits, materials, and more. So make sure you always pick them up before launching a new match. And don't forget that contracts are tied to specific maps, so try to be efficient. Now, on to number 3, map events. If you want to get the best odds at getting high level loot, you don't want to miss out on events that may occur all over the map at any given time. So make sure to check your map quite often while you're on your way to complete your contracts. But be careful. Most of these events involve PvE combat, which means you're going to make a lot of noise that would draw the attention of enemy player squads around you. You better be quick. Here is a brief explanation of the 5 events I managed to come across in the first 2 maps. Incursions. Here you will need to hold your ground and clear a bunch of waves of UESC bots to unlock the loot. It's going to take a while, so be on the lookout for other squads hearing the noise. Red flare rooms. When you're out in the world, you will eventually come across buildings with red flares. All you need to do is to go inside and find the loot. The bags will be completely different, as you can see on the screen. You can't miss them. Hazard rooms. Look for the symbol on the map, get in the building, and you will find a room filled with high value loot, especially rare materials. But be careful, a deadly gas will try to stop you. Look around for terminals to disable it. High value targets. If you see the symbol on the map, it means a strong boss is around the area. Go there and you will notice a red bubble. The boss will be able to shoot you, and to fight back, you have to go inside it. Kill him to access the highly rewarding loot box. Quick tip, use a mechanic kit to be completely immune from the damage of the bubble field. Intercepts. Look around the area to find terminals. Activate the correct ones to proceed to the next stage. A timer will start. Get to the next area shown at the top right corner of the screen before the timer runs out. A ship with a special cargo box will slowly arrive. Shoot it down and the loot is yours. And finally, probably the most valuable one, supply drops. Around the map, you will find squared platforms where you can activate the terminal to call down a high-value airdrop that will slowly land on the ground, filled with the highest level mods and implants for your weapons and runner shells. The catch? The airdrop is very loud and bright in the sky. Every squad will know about it, so be ready to fight. Number 4 on the list is PvE bots. Usually in many games, PvE difficulty isn't really tuned to be punishing or challenging, but in Marathon, well, you need to be careful. Even the lowest tier of mobs can be very annoying and dangerous, way more than you would think. Don't underestimate them, or you will end up dying more often than you could imagine. Take your time, clear them out if you need to loot big areas or they will be after you. The last thing you want is to fight a team with mobs chasing you around. Oh, and don't forget to loot them, most of the elites will drop really nice loot. To close out the list on the number 5 spot, we have healing consumables. We talked about loot, contracts, and the map, but nothing really matters if you die during the run. That's why it's extremely important to bring in a lot of healing consumables, such as shields and medkits. You don't want to find yourself short on these, especially since you won't find many around the map, which means you will find most of them in other players' backpacks. So make sure you carry enough to sustain a few fights with different squads. Okay, so I'm done with the video. This is pretty much what you should do in the first few days when the game releases. We'll see what happens on the later stages, especially since we'll be in completely new maps and we don't know anything about them yet. Leave a comment down below if you have any question about the video or the game in general. Let me know what you're most excited about. Please subscribe to the channel to never miss an upload and to support me through the journey. I'll be streaming the open preview weekend when it drops and obviously when the game releases. See you soon with more marathon content.